questions or nice to meet you.
No, just feedback on Dr. Akom's presentation.
No, well, in general, I just thought it was a really interesting speech or like lecture. Kind of makes you think twice about everything, diversity and like integration and like education as well as the society. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been coming to the last two lectures as well, so I just thought they were very, very interesting and very insightful.
Yeah, inspiring.
Yeah, it like makes you think a lot, especially when he's talking about like you personally trying to be active in the community and like trying to be a better person and affect the society as well as like your own community.
Totally.
So this is really interesting.
That's what's up. Thank you.
It was nice meeting you. We'll see you.
Dr. Akom, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, he was very profound in his speaking. He made his point very well, and it didn't really change my mind on anything because I already agreed with what he said.
Right.
But it did make me think back to what my true beliefs were and whether or not I was righteous and profound in my own beliefs.
Right.
And it kind of made me see a little bit how more of those are intertwined, the economic and racial injustices that exist in our institutions.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for getting to watch it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. What is your name and what did you think of Dr. Akom's presentation?
Well, my name is Mark Legareta, and I thought the presentation was incredibly empowering and incredibly useful, I think, for a lot of our students. A lot of times when we hear these types of presentations about what people are doing in their local communities, I sometimes walk away thinking that's something for them in their community, that's something that works for them. But I really think his whole thing with ground mapping and just really saying this is what's actually on the ground in our communities is useful to everyone anywhere. So it's applicable here, and it's something that we can actually use. So a lot of times when we go to these types of series, we're preached to, you know, we all know this stuff, we all hear it again and again, and we walk away and that's it, it's done. Right. But I think with this presentation we walk away inspired and given a challenge, and that's to really look inside of us and to think about the things that we need to do to improve our community. One of the things that really stuck out to me in particularly was talking about community service versus community commitment, and I think this is particularly important for students. A lot of times when we're studying our own communities or other communities, we look at them for a semester. We look at them during the duration of a research project, and we're not committed. And so it's so much more than just our own selfish motivation in looking at our communities or other communities, but it's about committing to them and giving something, and not something that'll last for a short period of time, but a lifetime commitment.
Absolutely.
So it was excellent.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was very surprised at how I didn't recognize the fact that it really does affect, you know, like health and, you know, education. The better educated you are, the healthier you are, the less stressed you are, the fuller your life is. As far as a little knowledge not only feeds you mentally, it feeds you physically.
True.
So I was, you know, like I said, at times I live in my own little bubble. And when we sit there and we're not as empathetic because our life is so good.
Right.
And you sit down and realize, oh my God, it's a chain reaction. We don't connect the dots like we should. And I found it really interesting. It kind of gives you that little wake-up call where you're sitting there going, oh, wow, we are pretty selfish.
Yeah.
We don't really take time to realize that a little bit of education can make us not just healthy physically, and I mean not just healthy mentally, but physically also.
Physically,
and that affects our life in general. People are dying younger because...
Yeah, and it helps the people around you as well.
Yes, because when you're projecting that, I had a conversation with a gentleman I just met tonight, how when you are healthy and you project that, you're willing to embrace that somebody else to help them along that same road. And a lot of times we live so much in our own little selfish world that we forget that this affects that. So it's nice. It's always nice to get that little dose of reality and wake-up call.
Absolutely.
So this is great. This is the third one I've attended, and each one is getting better.
Exactly. For real.
So it's great.
All right.
I hate this kind of stuff.
No, you did great. Thank you.
Thank
you very much. Yo, wait. Were you in the presentation?
Oh, no.
No?
So,
okay.
Sorry
I thought
about
you
that.
were. That's all.
Oh, no.